Armistice Day, 2 minute silence marks remembrance. Millions of people have fallen silent to remember the nation's war dead, as the UK marks Armistice Day. Big Ben, which has been silent since August while repair work is carried out, chimed at 11 Greenwich Mean Time. Events have been held around the country to mark the 99th anniversary of the end of World War I. The Queen will later join other members of the royal family at the Royal Festival of Remembrance in the Royal Albert Hall. In Whitehall, the Western Front Association held their annual service of remembrance at the Cenotaph, where a 2-minute silence was observed. Meanwhile, the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire hosted an outdoor service of remembrance within the walls of the Armed Forces Memorial. In Brighton, the world's tallest moving observation tower, the British Airways I-360, will turn red on Saturday evening. In London, the Prime Minister and the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cambridge will be among those at the Royal British Legion's annual Festival of Remembrance, which will include performances from Amelie Sand, Tom Odell, Melanie C., Alfie Boe and the band of HM Royal Marines. This year, the event will mark the centenaries of the women's service in the regular armed forces, the Battle of Passchendaele, the creation of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission and the 100th birthday of Dame Vera Lynn. On Sunday, Prince Charles will lay a wreath at the Cenotaph on his mother's behalf. It will be the first time, as head of state, that the Queen will observe the ceremony from a nearby balcony, where she will be joined by the Duke of Edinburgh. Elsewhere, Australians have observed a minute's silence to remember their war dead. The country's Sydney Opera House was lit up with red poppies. Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull joined his New Zealand counterpart, Jacinda Ardern, in Vietnam, where the APEC summit is taking place, to attend a service of remembrance. We remember every Anzac serviceman and woman who has made the supreme sacrifice to keep our two countries free, he said. Armistice Day is a national holiday in France and Belgium. French President Emmanuel Macron has laid a wreath in front of the statue of Georges Clemenceau, the Prime Minister of France during World War I. Armistice Day falls each year on 11th November to mark the day in 1918 when the fighting in World War I was stopped. The Allies and Germany signed an armistice in a railway carriage in the forest of Compiègne in France at 5 o'clock. 6 hours later, at 11 o'clock, the conflict ceased. King George V announced that a 2-minute silence would be observed in 1919, 4 days before the first anniversary of Armistice Day. The silence continues to be observed every year on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month.
Subscribe to the channel and watch other videos on this channel.